Good morning, Booker Elementary. Today is Monday, September 9th, 2019. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the moment of silence. You may take your seats. Welcome back after a long 3-day weekend to make up for the Friday that we have off. We have a few birthdays that we weren't able to recognize on Friday as we were not in school. So I want to take a moment to go back and say happy belated birthday to Lily Sherwood, which was September 6th. Jeremiah Jones-Jenkins and Tyler Klein both celebrated on the 8th. We also want to wish Ashanti Hampton a very happy birthday on today, as her birthday is today. All 4 of you, don't forget, you can come by the office after announcements and you can grab your birthday pencil. Also, a few other announcements. Don't forget, tonight, this evening from 5 to 6:30 is our back to school night. You can come at 5, 5:30, or 6 to meet with your teacher and to help your parents learn a little bit more about your classroom routines, your classroom expectations, and just a little bit more about Booker. It's also a great opportunity for you to bring in your rock, if you have not already done so, for your rock garden. I know Carter Jones brought his in today. Thank you, Carter, and thank you to our students who have brought them in. Please make sure, maybe search around your yard when you get home this afternoon, and you can bring your rock in. We want to try to get them in as soon as possible so that we can start painting them in art class with Miss Evans. Also, I saw a few of our 3rd graders. Tessa Tuggle had her club form ready to turn in. Don't forget, if you are a student in grade 3, 4, or 5, you need to check out our list of clubs and then flip it over on the back. You need to return the portion on the back to indicate what club you would like to participate in this year. We have some fantastic clubs here at Booker, so we're hoping you take advantage of that opportunity and join one of those clubs. Also, big shout out, I have my first positive office referral. I got it turned into me on Thursday from Miss Bradley, and she recognized Gabe Shepard for helping to create a safe learning environment. He stayed behind to make sure all the spills were wiped up after lunch for the cafeteria and custodial staff. And that's really important because, as we know, students, I always tell you, don't run in the cafeteria because if there's a spill, you could slip and fall and get hurt. So thank you to Gabe for making sure that our students were well taken care of. I'll call you down to the office in just a little bit to make that positive phone call home. Don't forget, teachers, you have the forms in your box. Students, we're looking for anybody that goes above and beyond to get that positive office referral. So we want to see those start trickling in. I was excited Miss Bradley brought hers into me on Thursday. Thank you, Miss Bradley, for recognizing our students. We also, our last thing for today, before we close out our announcements, is we have our word of the week. Staff, if you were here last year, students, if you were here last year, you know we try to highlight a word a week. And this year we're going to start bringing in some of our read aloud. So our word for this week, so teachers, we have that cell library with all those great read alouds. We want to encourage you to use those in our classroom. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaser here. I'm going to read a little section of a book, and we're going to talk a little bit about the word confident. This would also be a great opportunity for you teachers to talk about this characteristic with your students, maybe in perhaps a class meeting or just when it comes up throughout the day. So the word confident means having a strong belief or full assurance. So to feel very sure. You're very confident. You're convinced, you're positive, you're secure. Let's see, maybe a sentence would be, Miss Sear and Miss Jackson are confident that this will be the best year yet. So we have a little character. Some of you may have heard this story. It's called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. But one of the things I noticed when I look at the front, she's not very tall at all. Well, that looks like a dandelion and a butterfly, so I can tell she's not the tallest student that we've ever seen. I'm just going to read a little snippet of this, and we're going to see how she demonstrates confidence. Molly Lou Mellon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the 1st grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can, and the world will look up to you." Can you see little Molly Lou? She looks pretty small. So she did. And there she is. She's up on the, let's see if I can do this backwards. She's up on the banister. And there's everybody looking at her. Molly Lou Mellon had buck teeth that struck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you." And you'll be able to see her teeth here. So she did. Molly Lou Mellon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong and the world will cry tears of joy." So she did. Molly Lou Mellon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself and the world will believe in you too." There's that pile of broken dishes. So she did. All right, things are about to change. Then Molly Lou Mellon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends and start in a new school. Now that's only about halfway through the book. So you learned a little bit about Molly. We know she's not the tallest student. We know she has maybe what some would call big teeth. We know that sometimes she's a little clumsy and she doesn't maybe have the best singing voice, and she's about to go to a new school and meet a bunch of new friends. So I would encourage you teachers, you can check this book out from our library and you can read the rest of it to your students, maybe have them make some predictions on what they think is going to happen when she goes to her new school and meets her new friends. But you'll see that she demonstrates lots of confidence in herself, if that gives you a little clue. We also have a character that will go up on our board out front. This is Merida. Some of you might recognize her. She's from the movie Brave. And she was a very confident character. She was an archer, which means she shot arrows, and she had one of the best shots. But back then, women didn't really participate in that sport, but she was confident that she was one of the best. So she's going to go up on our board to remind us of what that word confidence means. I think that's all for today. Thank you, teachers. I know that was a little longer. We'll keep the rest of the week nice and short, but we will touch back in on that word confidence. That is all for today. Make it a great Monday. Make it a great start to the week. And remember, Booker believes, students achieve. Have a fabulous day.